Hi, and welcome back to our channel. If you don't already know, we are Lacey and Jordan, a newly married couple living on Vancouver Island. For our wedding gift, we decided to take on our third van build, this 2008 Mercedes Sprinter. So please follow along as we take her from electrical work vehicle to a tiny house on wheels. We have 2 days before Jordan leaves for Kitimat, so we're going to try and tackle as much as we can, including our custom ceiling and making our bed. We are going to make our ceiling.
Making it work.
So I don't want to be able to see the screws, so what we've decided to do is take
These babies,
these tiny little screws,
3/4 inch Robbies. I'm gonna start over here, and we're gonna screw them in from the bottom. If you look around here, I'll show you. So that they don't go all the way through. They sink into about there, so they secure the boards. So from the inside of the van, you don't see them.
so we won't see any of the screws because I want it to be really seamless.
Minimal hardware exposed.
So these boards we had left over from our roof that we just did on the house. And I just stained them. I wanted them to look really natural still, but just a bit more finished. And then this is just a piece of normal plywood, and I painted it black so that it really makes the wood pop out. So yeah, we're just gonna go through. We just space these all out super equally and then screw all these down. So we'll probably do a bunch of screws all the way along. And then we'll go from there. So I am very excited with how this is coming together already. All right, so now we're just measuring out for the fan. So we'll just measure the area and then Jordan's gonna cut the hole for it. It looks so nice out in the sun. The colors look so warm. I'm really happy with the stain color. Okay, so now we're gonna add the support beams.
So that the wires can fit over the ribs, so that Jamie doesn't hate me.
Yeah, so these will get screwed to the frame of the van, and then this is what the ceiling will then get screwed to. So there'll be a small gap in between for all the electrical to run through. Okay, so now we're gonna attempt to put our ceiling up. So we're gonna brace it up as much as we can, and then Jordan's gonna drill it into these support beams. So I'll make a time lapse of that.
And the rest of the roof.
This ceiling is quite heavy. It definitely would have been better as a 3-person job. However, we were able to do it just the 2 of us. If you're attempting a ceiling like this, definitely remember that it needs to be attached to the frame of the van as well. We used really long screws so that we would connect with the metal. Therefore, we wouldn't have any issues when we were driving down dirt roads. A ceiling like this is a lot of work, but honestly, it's my favorite part of our van build so far. Okay, so the ceiling is now up, and we have measured out where the holes for the lights are gonna go. That's what the tape is for. So now Jordan is using his handy new
Hole saw kit.
hole saw kit that he got today.
Every kind of hole.
Now we can make many holes,
Did not cheap out.
many tiny window holes. So now we will take that and then drill all the holes for the puck lights up in here.
They're not quite window holes.
Puck light holes.
What light holes?
Puck light.
Puck light.
That's what they're called, puck lights.
That's not what I thought you said.
So what's the issue with your new tool?
I don't have the attachment to fit the hole punch kit to the thing.
What about this new drill?
No, that new drill would definitely need something. That's a screw impact drill, which it only has a fixed size. So let me just see. You never know, but I don't know. Something tells me.
That this was a silly purchase?
What? No, definitely not silly purchase. Just might need one more part to make it the right purchase.
Stay tuned for more grumbling husband. All right, so Jordan went in and they gave him a bit for free.
Because they love me. And I am so not a contractor.
So now we just line it up with the hole where we want it.
In line with the other ones too. So I'm moving my hole over just a bit. Wish me luck, YouTube.
Got up nice and early this morning so that we could put another coat of paint on. Now we're taking the measurements. Because today we're making our bed.
And I got firewood this morning.
And Jordan got firewood this morning. He leaves for Kitimat tomorrow, so we're trying to get as much done as we can. We're taking our measurements. We're gonna measure a bajillion times so that we make sure all the cuts are right. Yeah, so we got this giant pallet when we bought our metal roofing. There's our roof, can't really see behind the tree, but it came on this 25-foot pallet. So we love to reuse things, so we're just gonna deconstruct this, take this lumber apart, and then use this for the wood for our bed frame. It might be a lot more work, but honestly, we love reusing materials. I think a big portion of living van life is living more consciously and more sustainably. So that means reusing materials when you can and trying to keep things out of landfills. It's really important to us to keep our carbon footprint low. We urge everyone else who's watching to take a look at your carbon footprint and make sure you're doing what you can to keep it as minimal as possible.
Is only recommended for nickel-plated brass snaps. It will not install stainless steel snaps.
And I use the same end of the tool.
Okay, we're making our garage floor right now. So I ordered these mats from IKEA. The reason I wanted to use these is when we're in our van, like sometimes it's dirty, it's often quite dirty and dusty. So I thought this would help cut down on how much dirt gets into the van. So we're gonna attach them to the back of the van under our bed, but we wanted to make it so that they were removable so we could take them out and clean them. So I ordered all of these snaps and now we're going to be figuring out how to attach them to the floor. All right, so now we have all of our reclaimed wood sanded and stained.
I got my ring back too.
And Jordan got his ring back. And now we're gonna build a bed.
Building a bed.
First, you'll want to add your support beams. We made sure that these were secured in with many screws and attaching to the inner frame of our van. Okay, so now we're adding the front bits of the board or the bed.
Front bits.
Front bits. Is that the technical name for it?
Sure.
Come walk with me
What's up here?
See that, Mr. Smallenberg? That's like 5 different times. Just for you. Want my eggies. So.
We can't use a level because our van is not on a level surface. So we just have to measure a whole bunch of times.
Like Eric says, it's like a boat.
There's no level in the van. So now we're adding these support beams. So this is just going to add a little extra stability for us.
Just like I said, Bob is a bit pudgy. Auntie Lauren will be quite happy to finally admit that.
You hear that, Lauren? Jordan's finally admitted that Bob is a bit pudgy.
Just a little bit.
Because we have dogs that jump on and off of our bed, we wanted to make sure that we screwed into the frame of the van to make it as secure as possible. So now we're measuring out for the rungs of the bed. 53. What's that one? Oh God, is it not 53? What is it? Yeah, so close. What we gonna do?
What we're gonna do is we're gonna do it properly. Welcome Uncle Dylan and Uncle Gordon. So, we hadn't thought about rungs.
Well,
I hadn't thought about rungs. Now that I got this up. So what I'm gonna do is did some measurements. I'm gonna affix a couple of 2x4s like that. Yay. And then one on that side on the inside. Then I'm gonna run these shorter 2x4s that I just procured with my chainsaw.
Same process as earlier today, cutting them off a giant pallet.
Just making sure they all fit.
So then the mattress will sit on top.
Then it'll sit on top like a normal bed.
Okay,
It'll be great.
sounds good.
So,
Will you see those 2x4s?
here we go. No.
Okay, so I don't need to stain them.
No.
Okay.
So sure hope you don't feel the need to. So, what I'll get you to do is to give me a hand.
Okay, hold on. Okay. What do you need from me?
I need you to go around the other side. I'm so sorry. And hold it right there. So, hold the center and basically just lean back.
Okay, so now we're just gonna attach all the slats to our bed. These are reclaimed 2x4s using the same method I showed you this morning, chopping them up from the pallet that we got. I'll just sand them down and get them looking all nice. And then that'll be that. So now we've cut our plywood. We're gonna screw that on top of those rungs. And that will give us a really nice, solid, comfortable bed. And here is our mattress. So we got a 6-inch memory foam mattress. And I think our bed is just shy of a queen. So we're gonna throw it on the bed and then we're gonna cut it to size. Everything is harder in a van.
Everything's way harder in the van.
Maybe we should measure it and then cut it inside, and then bring it out here?
No, I mean, we gotta see how it fits.
All right.
Here, right? Can't just... My measuring is not the best.
All right, so we're just gonna try and cut it and squeeze it in here and then go from there. Wish us luck, guys. Okay, so now we have the bed in here and it's basically the right size, eh? It's like just shy of a queen. So we unfolded the mattress cover, and now we're just gonna cut the excess of the mattress off.
So then usually make my cut right above this. Because it will fill it up, right? So just jam it in there the best you can.
Oh man, this is sketchy. So scary cutting. I think after all the holes and stuff that we've cut into things, it would not feel so scary.
Well, I ain't scared.
Ain't scared.
I also didn't order it.
Yeah.
So, can you please for me and drop through the skin?
So the skin? You don't have to whisper.
Do you want me to film it?
Look at the difference between these two cuts.
Getting it done.
It's Jordan's side. That's my side. So we found if you curved the mattress, it just helped cut it.
Bend it backwards on itself. Look at that ceiling. Pot lights.
All right, we finished it. We built our bed.
Bed.
It feels crazy to be done the bed.
Feels weird.
Feels like a home now.
It absolutely does.
And so nice to have a big garage. Definitely feels like it's coming together.
The slabs match our ceiling.
Have you ever heard a voice that sounds like an old friend? Takes you right back to the kitchen. You can almost smell the cake that your grandma made on your birthday.
Have you ever laid on your back under a poplar tree, thinking about all your memories, looking at the sky, wondering why this feels like home?
Like a Tennessee river in the morning takes your breath without a warning.
Feels like home.
Like smoke rising up from the mountains, all the beauty surrounds.
Feels like home.
Like Elvis and Dolly singing a melody that's bringing you
Home.
'cause it feels like home.
Feels like home. Feels like home.
Have you ever been driving down the highway, looking at the sunset? It'll make you forget all the troubles every day can bring.
Have you ever been staring up at the starlight, getting pretty close to midnight? Sounds just like the wind singing your name. Feels like home.
Like a Tennessee river in the morning